The man risked being fired and wrote a note to the company, urging them not to make money at the expense of their conscience. By the next day, he regrets it, knowing his suggestions from the night before have touched a nerve with the boss. But what's done is done. He bites the bullet and heads to the office. Just as he braces himself for a storm, the entire staff unexpectedly applauds him. He has said the very things every employee wanted to say but dared not voice.
How long do you give him?
About a week.
However, as expected, this bold move gets him ruthlessly fired. The company not only secretly poaches the clients he has spent years accumulating, but also demands he pack up and leave immediately. Facing the boss's cold resolve, Jerry still holds on to a glimmer of hope for a comeback. He hopes to take his most loyal subordinates with him to start his own entrepreneurial journey. But when he issues his invitation with high hopes, the colleagues present fear the risk. Not a single person is willing to follow him. Even the assistant he personally groomed, choosing job security and a raise, rejects him without hesitation. In this isolated and desperate situation, to mask his embarrassment, Jerry feigns composure and announces he will take the goldfish he bought. Just then, a woman suddenly stands up.
I will go with you.
Dorothy Boyd, thank you.
Just like that, under the astonished gazes of everyone, they leave the company together. Jerry never dreams that this woman, who follows him regardless of the consequences, will completely change his life. Jerry was originally a glorious sports agent, managing over 70 top-tier athletes. Handsome, wealthy, and exceptionally capable at his job, he is the star asset of the sports management company. But beneath the glitz and glamour, Jerry gradually realizes that the company has focused solely on profit in recent years. As the number of athletes drastically increases, the entire industry becomes extravagant and corrupt, while the quality of the athletes declines. Consequently, Jerry often has to clean up their messes. The company even encourages a player to continue competing despite being hospitalized with a fourth injury. The athlete's son looks at Jerry with expectation, hoping he will stop the company and do something for his father.
A tank to stop your dad. It would take all 5 Super Trooper VR warriors to stop your dad.
You.
The boy's words plunge Jerry into deep thought. He begins to question the meaning of his work and whether he has lost his original direction in the pursuit of profit. So, he risks everything to suggest reducing the number of clients to provide more personal care, only to be heartlessly terminated. Fortunately, on this gamble of a journey, Dorothy is willing to follow him. But Dorothy's sister, Laurel, does not approve of such an impulsive decision. Dorothy is a single mother, and her son's expenses rely entirely on her salary. Now, she is following a man with an uncertain future to start a business. Even though Dorothy knows the stakes, she chooses to trust Jerry without looking back. She values not only his ability, but also his genuine passion and sincerity. Jerry doesn't let Dorothy down. He travels thousands of miles to the home of the superstar player, Cushman. Before entering, he takes a deep breath. Without the backing of a powerful company, he has lost his former confidence. Luckily, before Jerry can explain the details of his resignation, the other party agrees to choose him as his agent and makes a verbal agreement on the spot. Although not formally signed, for Jerry, this is a beacon in the darkness, reigniting his fighting spirit. He can't wait to tell Dorothy the good news and asks her to prepare the contract. But reality soon gives him a slap in the face. When he goes to sign Cushman, he finds his former company has beaten him to it.
Tell me you didn't sign, because I'm still sort of moved by your "my word is stronger than oak" thing.
We signed an hour ago.
Only now does Jerry wake up. Those solemn verbal promises are worthless in the face of profit. Faced with a higher offer, Cushman doesn't hesitate to abandon his promise to Jerry. The trust and expectations turn into bubbles in an instant. Ironically, the mastermind behind all this is his girlfriend, Avery. As expected, when he finds Avery, he receives a ruthless breakup. Avery not only berates him for his failure, but also physically attacks him.
I won't let you hurt me, Jerry. I'm too strong for you, loser.
The double blow to his career and love life causes Jerry to completely break down. Once the center of attention, he has now become a loser everyone avoids. Unable to bear the sudden cold shoulder from the world or face the darkness alone, he holds on to his last shred of reason and calls Dorothy, confessing everything. Upon learning of Jerry's situation, Dorothy ignores her sister's opposition and resolutely invites Jerry to her home. When Jerry takes off his sunglasses, Dorothy sees the shocking wound at the corner of his eye. To comfort the man beaten down by life, Dorothy gently asks him to sit down while she goes to the room to fetch some antiseptic. Hearing a strange man in the house, Dorothy's son Ray walks over curiously. Fate is a wonderful thing. Although it's their first meeting, they hit it off instantly. A short while later, hearing Dorothy's approaching footsteps, Ray obediently runs back to his room to sleep. Subsequently, Dorothy talks to Jerry about her reasons for quitting. She has always admired Jerry, not just for his handsome appearance, but more for his dedication to work and his inner kindness. Faced with this sudden confession, Jerry is somewhat overwhelmed. The subtle ambiguity between them swallows all hesitation in this moment. It isn't until a car honks outside that Jerry snaps out of the abrupt intimacy. Dorothy has pre-booked a taxi for him. Although this brief passion is fleeting, Dorothy's gentleness and understanding sweep away Jerry's previous gloom. Before leaving, Jerry confidently promises Dorothy that he will find clients who truly belong to them and do everything he can to push them to the very peak of victory. Sure enough, a third-tier player named Rod actively seeks out Jerry. He has 5 years left before retirement and hopes Jerry can find a way to make him big money. As a long-overlooked and unpopular Fringe player, Rod longs to shine in front of the crowd and the cameras. Jerry senses Rod's thirst for success and uses his years of industry connections to take Rod to various major events, vigorously recommending him to organizers. With Jerry's dedicated introduction, Rod gradually finds his confidence and successfully secures an opportunity to play. However, eager to prove himself, Rod makes frequent mistakes on the field. Worse still, the team owner dismisses Rod as worthless, mocking his short stature and arrogant attitude, saying he loves to boss others around and is as untamable as a wild horse. This harsh evaluation adds frost to Jerry's already difficult situation. If Rod insists on going his own way and refuses to change, getting a contract will be a difficult problem.
I'm asking you for a favor. Don't do this to me. We have history, Dennis.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, Rod is still complaining that players with less skill are paid more than him. Jerry hopes he can kick the bad habit of whining. Only then can he earn a chance for a contract. But Rod thinks this is just sucking up. Faced with Rod's stubbornness, a helpless Jerry completely loses it. When dignity conflicts with profit, you simply cannot survive by being willful. Seeing Jerry on the verge of a breakdown, Rod becomes surprisingly serious and solemnly promises to train hard. Sure enough, 2 days later, Dorothy receives a contract from the boss. However, when she hands the document to Jerry, she subconsciously turns and walks away. Since that night of ambiguity, they have intentionally or unintentionally kept their distance because work must come first, and there are trickier problems to solve. Dorothy tells Jerry that their funds are in trouble. She invested part of her money in real estate, but the business is losing money. She urgently needs Jerry to provide a solution and a plan for the next step.
You want to go out to dinner?
I know a great place.
That evening, Jerry arrives at Dorothy's house as promised. When they meet again, Ray can't wait to rush toward Jerry. The scene completely stuns the nanny Chad because the tension and intimacy in Ray's gaze toward Jerry are something even he, after years of staying by Ray's side, has never seen before. Jerry, like a father returning home, takes out a carefully prepared gift for Ray. Even Laurel, who usually dislikes Jerry, has her hard shell cracked by this surprise. Dorothy never imagined that one day a man would burst into her life with such warmth and love. She never expected that Ray, who had grown up without a father's love, would ask Jerry for a hug as they were about to leave. Laurel chokes up. Those small arms are trying to grasp not just an expectation for the future, but an attempt to fill the bottomless void in his life. Dorothy also suddenly realizes that she thought she could take care of the child alone, but material satisfaction can never fill the other blank space in the child's heart. At this moment, she finally makes a decision. She wants to give her child a complete family and give the rest of her life a beautiful answer. Actually, it's not just Dorothy. Every time Jerry sees her and the child, a lingering attachment arises spontaneously. The ease and naturalness when they are together, and the anticipation and satisfaction when they meet, are feelings he never had with his fiancée. That night, Jerry doesn't go back but spends a wonderful evening with Dorothy. However, Laurel is very worried that her sister will get hurt by this rapid development. After all, Jerry has just broken off his engagement.
Popular and charming and not so nice to me, and he died, okay? So why should I let this guy go? Why, when everything in my body says that this one man he wants to be, and I love him for the man that he almost is. I love him, Laurel. I love him.
Hi, Jerry.
Jerry finally realizes how much weight he carries in Dorothy's heart. But this isn't a whim for Dorothy. In fact, she has been silently watching Jerry for years. It was only due to work and special family reasons that she didn't intrude into Jerry's emotional life. It wasn't until Jerry faced a career crisis that she unhesitatingly chose to follow him. And Jerry doesn't let Dorothy down. Whether giving his all at work or cherishing their relationship, he responds with his own sincerity. However, Rod's contract issue remains unresolved. Negotiations only lead to deadlock and delay. The situation deviates far from Jerry's expectations. The other party only offers a 3-year deal for $1.7 million. Rod's wife, Marcy, is furious about this, constantly questioning whether Jerry is capable of continuing as an agent, even revealing that other agents have contacted them.
Except here, have a look at a guy who isn't yelling, "Show me the money!" You know he's broke? He is broke and working for you for free.
Dorothy's words make Rod realize his own issues. Although he loves to complain about injustice, he values loyalty and righteousness. To this end, he promises Jerry that he will devote himself entirely to training. While Jerry fights for opportunities, he will strive to make others see his value. Unknowingly, they have become very good friends. When Rod is insulted by a director while filming a commercial, Jerry gives up his commission to defend Rod's dignity. When Jerry talks about his wavering feelings for Dorothy, Rod gives him the sincerest advice.
You gotta be fair to her. She loves you. If you don't love her, you've got to tell her.
The kid's amazing.
To ease Jerry's financial burden, Dorothy decides to move to San Diego for work. Before parting, Jerry says goodbye to Ray with the tone of a father. In just a few days, he has already treated Ray as his own child. Facing Dorothy, although he tries to appear relaxed, he finally stops her just as she is about to get in the car.
I know a way we can save on medical and rent. If I said that, would you stay?
No. Don't do that. Don't say that unless, well, say it if you want to.
Will you marry me?
Dorothy looks at Jerry blankly. Compared to their current financial struggles, she values Jerry's character more and cares even more about the subtle father-son bond forming between them. So she chooses to stand by her decision. Soon they hold a wedding, exchanging vows amidst the blessings of friends and family. But that night, while watching the wedding video, Jerry forces an unnatural smile, making Dorothy instantly realize that he hasn't truly accepted this marriage. As someone with experience, Rod also realizes that this marriage will have many problems in the future. In the days that follow, Rod is often distracted by this matter. Coupled with his older age, he inevitably gets injured frequently from violent impacts. So after every game, Rod earnestly reminds Jerry to go back and spend more time with Dorothy. In Rod's heart, family outweighs everything, and he has long seen Jerry's days regarding this relationship. But Jerry maintains a work-centered mindset, believing that companionship and care can be accomplished over the phone.
And why did you get married? I'm just asking as a friend.
You want an answer? Loyalty.
However, marriage is not a transaction, and feelings cannot be maintained for long in a state of detachment. When true love and meticulous care are injected into real life, Dorothy suddenly realizes that what she wants is simply the reality of being wrapped in love right now. So that night, Dorothy tentatively talks to Jerry about Rod and his wife.
I was thinking I hope he doesn't get injured. I felt responsible.
Dorothy can read this man less and less. It seems his career and future are deeply carved into his life. From the beginning, she felt she wasn't good enough for Jerry. If she hadn't taken the initiative to confess that night, perhaps Jerry wouldn't have proposed out of so-called responsibility. She wants to give her husband everything, but Jerry just wants to maintain the status quo. After being honest with each other, Dorothy bravely proposes a separation, allowing both to consider whether this marriage should continue. She doesn't want to live with mere mutual respect for a lifetime, even though she loves Jerry very much. Being with the person you love is perhaps the gentlest fulfillment in the world. But real love is never a cage that traps each other. It doesn't have to be possessive, and it should never become an excuse for control. At this time, Jerry is also lost. He can't distinguish which is more important, work or marriage, love or responsibility. Perhaps, as Dorothy said, he needs time to think about his truest thoughts. In the following days, Jerry continues to pour all his energy into the games. This crucial football game will decide which team advances to the Super Bowl. Rod's team faces immense pressure because they haven't reached the finals in over 20 years. This game means everything to them. But Rod, performing exceptionally, is targeted by the opponents. As soon as he gets the ball, he is violently tackled by defenders. The game enters the final minute. Due to frequent mistakes by teammates, their score is repeatedly overtaken by the opponent. Just when everyone thinks the game is about to end, Rod raises his fists on the field, shouting loudly, encouraging every teammate because this is their last chance. The game restarts. Rod maneuvers around the back. A teammate finds an opening and throws the ball with all his might. Rod leaps high under the pincer attack of two defenders, catches the ball, and immediately touches down for a perfect score. The stadium erupts in thunderous applause and cheers. Rod becomes the undisputed hero. But just then, Marcy, watching on TV, notices something is wrong. Rod is lying on the ground, unresponsive for a long time. Just as she feared, Rod has suffered a head injury from the severe impact. Jerry rushes onto the field in anxiety. Rod's family watches his figure on the field with bated breath, praying for a miracle. Just as emotions are about to burst, a sudden commercial break cuts into the screen, brutally interrupting the moment. To prevent Rod's family from worrying, Jerry quickly contacts Marcy, telling her that the best doctors are treating Rod and keeping the line open so she can know the latest progress at the scene. At this moment, all eyes are on Rod. This short player has truly amazed everyone with his performance today. As Rod slowly sits up, the stadium boils over again. This unpopular player, once looked down upon by the world, finally shines with the most dazzling light on this green field. After the game, as soon as Rod walks out of the locker room, crowds of reporters block the narrow passage with microphones and cameras. This is the highlight moment he has dreamed of for countless days and nights. However, the person he wants to see most right now is Jerry, the man who once promised to make him big money. An exchange of glances, a knowing smile, without a single word. Strong emotions flow silently between them. Just then, Jerry's phone rings again. It turns out Marcy is constantly worrying about her husband. Watching Rod weep with joy as he shares everything with his wife, Jerry seems to suddenly understand something. Those truly precious people and things have long taken root in the soil of life. He just left them in the folds of time during his journey for profit. He rushes home impatiently, wanting to tell Dorothy the epiphany he has in this sober moment. When Dorothy sees her husband suddenly appear, she instinctively takes 2 steps back, until Jerry, with red eyes, speaks his heart.
Our little project, our company, had a very big night. Very big night. But it wasn't complete. I couldn't hear your voice. I miss my wife. You complete me.
Just shut up. You had me at hello.
This time, Dorothy sees determination in Jerry's eyes, and she sees unreserved sincerity. In a later interview, Rod reveals the story behind it all. It turns out that when Rod was young, his father abandoned them due to poverty. His mother raised the 3 brothers alone, but his brother lost a leg in an accident. Perhaps from that time on, Rod played football not just for himself, but to give his family a good life. The host takes out a contract. It is a renewal offer for 4 years at $11.2 million. Rod can't help but shed tears of excitement. He never thought that one day he would earn such a high salary. He incoherently thanks his family, thanks the teammates who have stood by him through thick and thin, and especially thanks the agent who woke him up. The mutual achievement of Jerry and Rod is like ordinary people supporting each other in the workplace. One was an agent who fell to rock bottom, and the other was an unpopular player no one believed in. Yet, through the support of, "You help me with performance, I accompany you through the lows," they turned the impossible into a miracle. Like those colleagues who stay up late to help you revise plans, or partners who drink with you when you are down, true benefactors never come with a halo, but are the ones willing to shoulder the mud with you. The relationship conflict between Jerry and Dorothy touches on the pain points of intimate relationships. He always thought working hard was giving her a future, but forgot that what she wanted was just a hug when returning home late, or a listening ear when tired. In reality, how many people are like them, turning "for your own good" into neglect, losing each other's warmth in the busyness? Actually, love is never a one-sided contribution or waiting. It is like Rod understanding that family outweighs everything. Learning to find a balance between career and companionship is the best protection for a relationship.